welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be full of deep cleaning motivation. I have a lot of spots just randomly around the house that I've been neglecting and avoiding doing because I've been enjoying all of the summer fun, but it's gotten a little out of hand. I will show you what I mean in a few minutes, but it has to be tackled. So I'm gonna do it and bring you along with me because it's been a while since I've done just a good, full-blown, deep cleaning video. So that's exactly what I have for you today. And I want to show you, I love it. If you've been over on my Instagram, you've already seen this because I had to share it when I found it, but I have been reserving it for after the 4th of July, and that's now. So enter ghost face. I'm gonna start in my entry area and then just move the rest of the way around the house because there's some things in here that I have not done since the beginning of spring. Like spring cleaning started late February, I think. Was probably the last time I cleaned that window up there. It's disgusting. The walls, doors, all of that need to be wiped down. The guest bathroom needs a good deep clean in a certain few spots. I mean, we cleaned the bathroom, but I'm talking deep cleaning projects. For this front window, I'm going to help my short girl problems with a Swiffer and a microfiber, and I'm going to use the multi-surface Windex. At this point, I was pretty sure that was the only glass cleaner I had in the house, but that was actually a lie. This window is awful. I cannot believe I let it go as long as I did, and in a minute I'm going to show you the rag and just see how gross it was. Moving on to the front entry table, I didn't do a whole lot for the 4th of July or even summer decorations over here. All this came from the Dollar Tree. The kids and my husband picked it out. And then I did find my Everspring glass cleaner, so I'm going to use that on the actual glass because I prefer to use the Windex on the surfaces, but not actually on my glass anymore. It's just not the top contender. And then I did around this mirror and look how gross that was. I told you I've been neglecting a lot of these projects. And I've almost managed to get to the end of this bottle of peony. By the time I was done cleaning for the video, I did finish off that bottle. But this front entry table has so many scratches and little marks and dents. I'm trying to figure out how I can spot paint it without having to paint the whole thing. I'm still working on figuring that out because my cat gets up here, my kids destroy this table. It's just, it needs some love. And then the walls are disgusting. That is a handprint. There's something spilled down the wall, something on the front door, a mess from Hunter. You're gonna see it all and it's really bad. My solution when I'm gonna clean the walls, I have my cedar mop bucket, and then I have powdered Tide. I'm gonna use 1 tablespoon, and then any Dawn power wash I have free and clear just because I don't like the other smells. But whatever one you wanna use, 1 tablespoon of this, 5 to 6 pumps of this in about a gallon of hot water, not boiling, but like hot water.
Talk to me, baby, I've been waiting for a lifetime. Just keep on fading in all these photos.
If you're not regularly mopping your walls or wiping down your walls, just walk around your house and look at the discoloration because I didn't even notice a few of these spots, but I did all of the walls in the front walkway and my husband came in from outside and he's just like, wow, that looks so different because I didn't realize just how dingy they had gotten. And I did this back in spring, so probably around like February to early March. And in just those 3 months, it made a huge, huge difference with how nasty, and our walls are a gray color. So it does hide a lot of that and it was still awful. Like look at this spot. This is where Hunter lays his body after he goes and rolls around in the backyard and all the dirt and the grass. And he'll lay against these doors and these lower walls and his fur just makes them so gross. And I didn't even notice exactly how bad it was. And then my husband was outside working in the front yard. He's trying to clean out all these little gaps and refill them and clean up our plants and things out front that were getting a little overgrown. This garden gnome was actually painted by Brianna. I helped her a little bit, but she wanted to do that as a summer project. And then, yeah, like I said, he was cleaning up the plants out front and getting them all one level and pretty again. That was what he was working on before we had any rain come in.
Inside my own head, I keep on hoping somehow we can make this all right. Just keep on trying. Glass after glass, I keep hoping you'll come around. Drowning our fights and whatever can be found. 'Cause I've given in to all my demons lately. You know, might be easier just to let it go. Cut the cable short and
The entire entryway area is clean. I brought out the vacuum that's actually a plug-in vacuum because I want to suck as much dirt out of that rug as I can, because I think I may pull out the carpet cleaner if I have time, but otherwise, if not, at least I got as much dirt out of that as I possibly could as Mako lays down on it. And then I didn't actually mop any of the tile because today is one of the kids' chores for the crosswave, so they will do that after dinner. Mirror is completely fogged up in here because Brianna just took a shower, but the bathroom is a mess. The kids just love to throw their clothes all over the floor and will leave it piled there. The tub and shower get scrubbed by one of the older kids. The toilet area gets scrubbed by another, and the whole vanity section gets another kid, and then they rotate it between the three of them. So they clean this bathroom. So that's why I said I'm coming in here to do an actual deep clean, but not an actual clean. Although to help them out, because like it looks like this and it's not due until tomorrow for the bathroom for all three of them, I'm gonna pick it up before I start the actual deep cleaning part. This bathroom doesn't get that bad because the kids and I do stay on top of it with their regular chores, and then me coming behind them, especially if I know we have guests or anything coming over, a holiday, anything like that. I did put a few of those window clings in here as well for the 4th of July, but I really didn't do much this year, and I completely forgot. I did have a 4th of July hand soap, and you'll see when I start digging in the cabinets, I'll show it to you, but I forgot that even existed down there, so maybe it'll still be good for next year, who knows. And then I'm just gonna wipe it down with a little towel thing. This toothpaste holder, there has to be a better way to clean it. I can't remove it from the wall without damaging the sticker, so I have to find a better way to deep clean this, because even digging in there, it was still just awful. Under this cabinet is an entirely different demon. It is really, really bad because we have the stuff for all 5 of the kids, and then anything that's combo for their bathroom is shared down here between these 3 baskets, the middle section, and then they each have a drawer. It is very hard to keep it all organized, and then one of them will come in here and they'll just throw it wherever they want to throw it instead of continuing with the organization. So we do still have to work on that, but it's as good as it's going to get down there because that's all the storage space we have in this tiny bathroom. These little individual towels are great. I love them. You just add water and it expands and turns into a full-blown towel that you can wipe anything down with. This is what I used earlier to wipe down the counter and the sink and the toothpaste holder. Now I'm gonna use it for this back wood rail. It gets so dusty and dirty and gross, and I love that I can just like re-wet it, wring it out, and continue to use it because they are very strong. But then whenever I'm done with the gross bathroom, I could throw it in the trash can, and then trusty Folex to help me with whatever the kids have touched. It looked like pizza sauce and spaghetti or something, I don't know, but either way I'm gonna wash the shower curtain. Bathroom is done for now. That rail really needed it. I do have another one of those, so I'll be replacing that when the other one comes out of the wash. I still have to finish this with the shelves, so I'm ignoring the shelves entirely, but this whole area needed to be cleaned up and sorted too, so all that's done. And the floors will be done when the crosswave is done, so I'm not messing with that. And in there I've already got some of the rugs and the shower curtain. I'm gonna get the other rugs out of my bathroom and start that. And then this is just some more clothes I've been washing. Oh, and I do have a load of towels to fold, and I have the throw blankets for the couch that I washed because I'm also going to vacuum and clean the couch, so I went ahead and washed these. Moving into the kitchen, and the kids wanted me to break so they can have their little frozen yogurt things. These are just tube yogurt, and you put them on here and you freeze them, and there's these cute little things. The kids love them. It started to rain, so my husband couldn't keep working outside, so he found something else that he needed to deep clean today. Yep, washing the dogs. That's what he was gonna do. Mako does not like when you take his collar off. It's almost like his precious piece of jewelry or something. He freaks out, but he does love going in the tub. You guys have seen this. He will literally beg repeatedly to get in there. He drinks the water. He does this weird kicking the water thing when my husband rinses him off, like he's trying to help rinse off. I'm not really sure, but he is a trip in the tub.
Hunter, however, absolutely hates taking a bath, so he's out here pouting while Mako is in the bathroom pouting that he had to get out of the tub. It was hysterical to watch this whole thing unfold, but Mako kept begging to get back in the water as Hunter was begging, please don't put me in, and then he sat there and pouted with his face at the wall the entire bath. I wish I would have known the dogs were on his agenda before I cleaned the bathroom, because the cabinet that I mopped is covered in Hunter hair. At least I didn't do the floors yet because there's so much dog hair everywhere, it's ridiculous. But my cabinets and my walls are already messed up. Seriously, look at my door. That is all just wet dog hair. Dogs are done though, so now we're gonna move into the kitchen, and I did mean deep clean, not normal clean. Like this right here is Weasley's dish. He's a very messy boy, as you can tell. And then this whole thing right here, I have a very love-hate relationship with it. I don't really use these much anymore. Sorry, Mako need to go outside, but I don't really use these anymore. They're both, like, that one is empty. This one has like this fine ground pepper in it. I don't like it. We don't really use it. That's why this is here, and we've been using this. So I'm probably gonna take these both off. I need to clean and refill both oil bottles. You could tell how gross this little stand gets. I need to clean that. There's something splattered on this. I just need, that whole thing needs a thorough deep clean. The cabinets need to be washed really, really bad. This I showed in another video. I do not know what that is right there or how I'm gonna get it off, but there's just random things stuck in little spots on all the cabinets. Dishes to load into the dishwasher. Dishes I need to put away, as per usual. And another thing I'll deep clean in the kitchen is my kettle. You could see that stuff in the bottom. It comes off by just boiling white vinegar in there for a second. It comes right out, so I'm gonna do that today too. Ew, and I'm gonna clean this. I don't really use it. Mostly I use it in fall and winter. I don't do a whole lot of coffee during spring and summer, so I didn't even notice that this had stuff on it, so I'm gonna clean that as well. What I'm gonna do in the kitchen is take everything off my countertops first. It's been a while since I've actually disinfected the counters. So once everything is removed, I'm going to take the bottle of the Windex multi-surface. It is antibacterial. It does say that the product has to sit on the counters completely saturated for at least 10 minutes to disinfect. So while that back counter is soaking, I'm going to load everything I can into the dishwasher. And then this counter, I'm gonna clean off the dishes that are sitting back here behind me, put them away where they go, so that part is off the counter, and then just go counter by counter by counter in here when I'm going to saturate it and then clean each one from there. Once I get all of this extra stuff put away, I do have to put the blender and the little trivet back in the pantry. That's where those go, and I need to organize those drawers, but that'll be a different day's project because it's going to be too much work trying to figure out where it all goes because I still don't have enough drawers in my kitchen. Cabinets, yes. Drawers, no. Over here to the stovetop, it's not very bad, so the only thing I'm doing is spraying it with a tiny bit of Dawn Power Wash and scrubbing it down with my Scrub Mommy, and then taking a microfiber rag that's wet and getting all of the Dawn off it. That's pretty much all I'm doing to this. Now it's time to wipe all the Windex off of the counters, and I'm going to put water and the white vinegar into my kettle and set it just on the highest boil setting that it will go. This will clean all that sediment out of the bottom really, really easily. Take a butter knife and a wet paper towel if you want to clean the grooves between your stove and your countertops. I don't do this frequently enough, as you're going to see here with all of the dirt and crap. That side wasn't that bad. This is the bad side because it's too close to my countertop. So it gets everything really stuck in there. It was horrible. As I put everything back on the counter, I will make sure to wipe it with a rag that's got the Windex on it, just so there's nothing sticky left behind. This is how bad this little tray is. I did not even realize. I knew it was getting kind of gross, and every now and then I'll see that mark and I go, oh, I need to wipe that down. But then something happens, I get distracted. it was a lot worse than I actually thought it was. And I haven't refilled either one of these 2 bottles in a couple weeks. I just haven't been using them that often, but I'm trying to get back into that. That's why I've cleaned them up real nice and I do refill them. This little Lazy Susan was $5 out of the Target dollar spot. It is a little smaller than the tray that was sitting there, so I do like that because I won't fill it with as much clutter as I did the previous one. But I'm having trouble with it already because it's not counterweight enough. My container that holds all my utensils is really heavy, so I have to have it a little closer to the middle, and I'm not really liking it. I'm probably gonna have to change this out too. I still need to figure out what I'm going to do for the actual pepper thing, if I'm going to get one or just leave this little one there. I don't know yet. I'll decide on that later. Right now I'm going to take everything off of this main island and spray it down with the cleaner so it can have its 10-minute sit. And if you do spray enough of the cleaner, it will not dry down. It will only do it in a few spots, but for the majority, it will still remain wet for the full 10 minutes. The kettle is done and you can see all the sediment is out of the bottom. All I'm going to do is empty it out, wash it with some Dawn, and put it back. Leave the lid open so it can dry naturally and it stays clean. I do this about once a month and I don't have any issues with it. I never taste any vinegar or anything like that. It works really well. Now I'm going to take the Keurig off the counter and my little frother, and if you can see it, there is a haze over here. I have no idea how that got there, how long it's been there, but it was sitting underneath my coffee pot. So now this counter is also going to get its 10-minute long bath. I don't know what it was about doing all this deep cleaning on the countertop specific, but it just made my whole kitchen feel so much cleaner than it normally does. Does anybody else get that way? Like when you deep clean, it's just a whole nother level of satisfaction with the work that you've done in your house. I don't get it, but I was so giddy this day. My house felt ridiculously clean and it made me feel like my house feels disgusting all the time, which it doesn't, but it just kind of made me feel that way. While you're watching my video today, I do have a question for the comment section down below. Do my voiceovers for this video sound any different than they normally do? My husband has a microphone and he's had it for years, and I found it the other day because he hasn't been using it, and I saw it and I was like, ooh, that will make my life so much easier, because the way I typically do my voiceovers is through my camera. I'll sit down, I'll record it, then have to put the files back in, cut them, piece them. It's a nightmare. And this has been a lot easier, but I want to make sure that you guys can hear me clearly, that it's not coming across too loud, too quiet. However it is, just please let me know how this voiceover compares to the others. The kitchen for the most part is done. I have to do the stainless steel and I still have to do the top of the refrigerator, but my husband reminded me of what time it was and I didn't realize it's time for me to start cooking dinner, so I have to do that first and then worry about the cleaning. And actually dinner goes in the oven, so while it's cooking anyways, I'll just go up there and get that done. We have a few catch-all locations in our house and the top of the refrigerator just happens to be one of them. I like to hide a few of the different candies and stuff for the smaller kids. Well, they've now learned how to get up here, so I'm either going to stop doing this entirely or find some way of better organizing up there.
Dinner's almost done, but I did have a subscriber ask me to please show how I do my rolling fold of a towel again, and I did a load of towels, so I have one. I'm gonna show it real quick. It's very easy. Just lay it out, take the top corner, pull it down to the bottom, so you have a triangle here, then take this long part, fold it down to meet the stem, well, the seam, not stem, flip it over, ignore the dog. And then you take the bottom and you just start rolling it up, all the way up. And then this last little tail part, you just tuck it in, the first layer, just like that, stays together. And for a beach towel, same concept, just bigger. I folded all of my beach towels and my kitchen towels like this for a long time now. because these fit better in my drawer and the beach towels fit better in the beach bag. It just saves space, and then if I want to throw them around, they don't come unfolded and turn into a big mess.
Now I know this isn't a get it all done video, but I am showing you what I made for dinner because it's summer and it's so easy. And all you do is cook the meat in a 13x9 pan in the oven. Put some cheese on if you want cheese. These don't have cheese, that's why they're separated. But you put them on some Hawaiian rolls and dinner. It's that easy. And tater tots, of course. Dinner's done, kitchen is re-cleaned. Kids are having a little bit of fun down there as you hear, so I've got a few things I want to do in the living room. Hunter sheds so bad, and then there's twice a year when it gets even worse and my house has tumbleweeds all over it. I have to vacuum basically daily just to keep up with his dog hair. Luckily, he does love being brushed, so he'll lay here and let me do this the entire time. But as you see, Mako keeps coming in front because he's jealous and he wants me to brush him. The dog has no fur. It doesn't come off, but he loves to play, so of course he had to get involved. And then I knew there was stuff under this table. I didn't know it was this bad under this table, but I knew that was one thing that I really wanted to tackle for today, was to move the table out of the way and pull out the good vacuum so I can get as much dirt and dog hair, especially all the Hunter hair, out of this rug, because it does sit in it and it's really hard to just like go over and pick it up. It sticks really well to this rug. So I went over it probably a good 2 or 3 times in each spot with the vacuum, just to make sure that I got every single bit of the dirt and the hair, the dust, the food crumbs, because my kids eat out here while they're watching TV. It was just a much needed project to really deep clean this rug. And then I go to put the table back and of course it gets stuck. I fought with it for a lot longer than I'd like to admit. It really irritated me. And then these pillows on the couch, the 2 darker ones, I've gotten real tired of the darker color. I wanted something a little brighter, so I brought out these colors from last summer, the pillow covers, excuse me, from last summer to add back to the couch a little bit of brightness.
Time has definitely gotten away from me today. I got a lot more done than I thought I was going to, but my list still has a bunch more crap on it that I'm just not gonna get to today because I still have to get the kids ready for bed and hang out with them. So this is where I'm going to end this one. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you got tons of motivation to get a bunch of the random deep cleaning projects that you've been putting off too checked off your list like I did today. Thumbs up if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you're new. I apparently have to go walk the dog, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!